Have you seen those beautiful, elegant flowers and thought, I could never make those? Or maybe you're a professional crafter and you've been making the same flower over and over and you're ready to try a different shape, something new, something different. Today I'm going to share my top tips to creating beautiful calla lilies with paper and foam the easy way. Join me and we'll have fun learning these tips and techniques together. To get started creating the calla lily, we're going to use the Calla Lily stamp and die set. There are 3 sizes and then 2 leaves within this set. So I went ahead and stamped this with a leaf green archival ink, and we're just going to use a little bit of the pink peony and go in a circular motion to add the color. Now you can use different color combinations that you love. You'll see different textures and colors in this one as well. So you'll have some fun with that. I added just a little bit of the leaf green at the base and the tip of my leaf as well, or of the flowers, so you can really add 2 tones in there very nicely. For the beautiful leaf that is in this set, I like to really utilize the tip of my sponge dauber and really hold that down and just kind of make those outward swipes to color that and get some nice detail and shading with that. Once you have stamped these, you're ready to die cut them out. So you're just going to go ahead, lay this on top, put your tape on, just position that. We'll run that through the machine. And while that's running through the machine, I'm just going to show you a couple more samples of the calla lily just based on how you shape it. So these are the paper ones, and then these are the foam ones that you can do as well. So it looks very different, delicate, just based on how you shape it and stamp it. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring these out. What's really cool about these is you will get the same basic shape using the flower shaping mold. Within this mold, all you have to do is just lay that stamp side down. Just make sure you put it into the right size. And then there is also, oops, this one needs to go over here, and then this is the large one. The leaves have incredible detail that you can get with this as well. So you'll put this in. You could add some water over the top if you wanted to, and I am using the, oops, let me just bring this over. And you could use the Deluxe flower shaping paper, which will make sure that it holds it into place and makes that your flower shape very, very beautifully. So we're going to go ahead and just run this right through our machine, and that will just shape that instantly, and then you're ready to layer those and shape them for your actual final calla lilies. To assemble the calla lilies, I love to use the new stamens. These are the pastel pollen stamens specifically designed for the calla lilies. So you'll take one of your stamens, and what I like to do is use my hot glue gun and just use a little bit of the glue along the base, and then I'll lay my long stamen right in the center, and then we'll just kind of squeeze that closed. And you could also use like a little bit of a tweezers if you wanted to use a tweezers instead of your hand for the base. And you'll just hold that until that hot glue has bonded and it really has set for you. And that will create those calla lilies that look like this. If you wanted to do more of that rolled look, I'll just lay this down. I'm not sure that that is quite bonded yet, but you just keep holding that. If you wanted to have more of that rolled look, just bring one side over. You can use the handle of a golf tool. Let's just bring, we'll just use the stylus. This is the curling tip. You can just use the tip of this. You could also kind of color the back. So you can grab another stamen, just bring this in, and again, you can just add that glue at the bottom, but you'll do more of a rolling technique with this one. So you can kind of bring that together, you can pull that back and just pinch that down at the end and just hold that. And then you could also just ink around those edges on the outer sides to create those beautiful calla lilies. This one is created with the foam, so to get started with that, we are using the Stays On Olive Green to stamp it. So when you stamp this, it stamps very similarly to paper, with the exception I like to use a very permanent ink. You could try your archival or memento inks as well, but just give this some firm, even pressure. And what I love about doing the calla lilies on the foam is it gives a very elegant, soft look. It's perfect for like sympathy, weddings, all that fun stuff. And then you can go back. I'm using the leaf green for coloring. You can just add a little bit of color, just like we did on the previous one. You could do green and pink or whatever colors you like. Now when you go to shape this, I like to use my heat embossing tool, and you can use a little tweezers too if you want to hold it. And all you need to do is just hold that on top, and that will heat it up, and you will start to see that just curl on its own. Sometimes when you just start out and your surface is a little bit cold, it might take a little bit longer, but you see how that is just starting to just curl on its own. I did also color this one on the back a little bit. Once that has curled, you're ready to shape it. To finish shaping this, I like to just add the glue at the base, lay your stamen in the center, and then just very carefully just kind of curl that together. And you can use your tweezers to just kind of hold that a little bit. And you can also use that tweezers the same way with your cardstock if you're concerned about having the hot glue hit your hand. And once that's together, you can also go back and you can always kind of pull this back a little bit if you wanted to, because the foam is pretty forgiving. And then when you cluster this together like that, is coming open just a little bit, so I'll just push that together just a little bit more. You can always do the opposite side as well. Each flower will look a little bit different just based on how that is heated and shaped. And you'll notice that on each of these bouquets. You can also pull the tip back as well if you wanted to. So you have some options when you're shaping with the foam that are pretty easy to do. So with the calla lily, you have that coordinating stamp and die with the leaf and the mold that makes it super easy to shape those flowers. So let's look at some samples that are created with this. So you can do beautiful bouquets using those round fold-out cards. This is one done with the foam colored on the front and back. So there's lots of color variations and accents, just beautifully pairing those together. If you'd like to have more detailed information on how to create these cards step by steps, the design team members are featuring these on the blog and in the gallery. Within this set, the leaves are so pretty on their own, and I love how that is captured just by itself with some coordinating stamens. So just remember, when you order the calla lilies, also get the pastel pollen stamens to coordinate with that, because those are thin and long and work beautifully with it. Another set within this collection is the Swan Lake. These swans are designed to be beautiful background pieces paired with the calla lily, and they cut out so beautifully. So here is one where there's more pastel, very elegant. You've got the beautiful swans in the center. Here you have that beautiful intricate kind of tail. You can cut those pieces apart and just use it by itself with those. Here's a mama swan with 3 little baby ducklings in there. And then you've got the calla lilies, more of a tighter curl. So you can see how beautifully these swans pair with the calla lilies and using the decorative accents. And don't forget these beautiful background papers that really just pull it together. You can also add some fun festive feathers in there too. Another stamp set within this collection is the Feathery Swan. This one has that heart swan, and then the one with a really lacy tail, and then some simple accents of the Calla lilies separately that are really pretty. So we'll just bring these up and we'll look at these samples. So you'll see that individual little swan with a beautiful tail. I think that would be pretty. Also just cut apart. Here you have those beautiful Valentine's Day card, happy anniversary. You could do a wedding card with that, which is super, super pretty. I love how that is paired with the heart die. Here we have some more just accents, different colors of the Calla lily. Do you see how intricate that double tail is on that swan? So, so beautiful. So some fun ways to incorporate these. Here's a simple A2 cards with very shimmery, glittery swans, which is super pretty. And then the little swan in the corner with the Calla lilies. And then there's this beautiful bouquet if you love to create altered art pieces as well. So last but not least is the beautiful paper. It's kind of like the soft pastel springy colors. Beautiful for those elegant cards that you want to create. You've got those dies you can cut out. Everything's colored for you to create those beautiful cards. Using these tips and techniques will allow you to create those beautiful, elegant masterpieces that you, your friends, and family will love. If you do not have the elegant Calla lilies yet, make sure to get yours ordered today. I've added the links below for quick and easy ordering. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to get subscribed and you won't miss out on our next video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you next time. Bye!